if you're watching this video, there's a pretty good chance that you're looking to save money on a used car. Maybe you've been eyeing on Craigslist, maybe at a car dealership. I'm gonna go over 5 steps that can really help you save money. Tip number 1 would be determine what your wants are and what your needs are, because it's gonna save you a lot of time and a lot of money down the road. You're not gonna have to go a bunch of different places and just hope they have what you want or hope they have what you need. Really determine if you need all-wheel drive, know that ahead of time. If you need third row seating, know that ahead of time. But if you just want heated seats, keep that in the back burner, keep that in the back of your head. You might be able to use that as a tool for buying or a tool for just generally getting what you want. If they don't have it, just know it's not that big of a deal and I wouldn't lose too much sleep over it. And that's gonna save you time. And time is money for sure, especially when it comes to buying a car. So tip number 2 is, which is a really big one, ask for a Carfax or an auto check. I am shocked constantly how many people come into a dealership and don't ask at all about the Carfax or the auto check. That's huge. And if a dealership or whoever you're buying it from is refusing to give it to you, walk out. Do not purchase from them. There's something shady going on. I would definitely make sure that that is one of the tips to do not forget. Please just make a mental note of that one and ask for the auto check, please. So tip number 3 is going to be the only tip that really only works if you're going to a car dealership. Ask for the work order. Ask for all the work that's been done to the vehicle. Most dealerships will easily print you out what work has been done to the vehicle, because if there's a lot, that means that they fixed a lot. They saved you a lot of money. And if they didn't fix anything, most likely it means that the vehicle was in really good shape when it came in. They have nothing to lose by showing you that work order. A lot of times it's nice to know exactly what's gone into it. You won't have to replace those parts probably for a while. That's another really decent tip that's gonna save you cash down the road. So let's move on to tip number 4. So tip number 4 is a doozy. Make sure you're researching your dealership before you go in. Research the person you're buying from before you go there. This is really huge. I tell you what, I probably see 6 or 7 people a week that just don't research where they're going at all whatsoever, or they've had a bad experience in the past and they didn't do any research before they went there. And that's huge. I mean, if you get to a dealership that's just generally going to try to rip you off, or if you go to a person that's ripping people off, you should know that ahead of time. You should avoid that situation. That's why this research ahead of time, like what you're doing now, is just generally good research. You're going to be able to use this. You're going to be able to use it when you go into a dealership. You're going to be able to use it when you go see someone. That's a big one for me. I don't think anyone really researches where they go enough, and that is one of the reasons why I'm making these videos. So tip number 5 is going to be know your budget. Know what you can spend wherever you're going, whether it's going to be cash, finance, lease, whatever you know you can afford. Just make sure you keep a mental note of that. I know that sounds kind of silly, but in reality, some people don't do that. Some people do not look at what they can actually afford before they go in. They're just like, we'll look at a bunch of different stuff and we'll determine what we can afford. Well, that's gonna waste a bunch of your time when you could just know ahead of time exactly what you can afford. And stay tuned for a bonus tip. I really do think that this one's really gonna help you out. So my bonus tip for the day is have fun. Have fun purchasing whatever vehicle you're going to be purchasing. I can tell you right now that your salesperson is going to want to make sure you get a really good deal if you're having fun and you're really enjoying the experience, or whoever you buy from is going to really truly enjoy the experience of you just really having fun and enjoying what you're doing. I know I work at a car dealership. I am a car salesman, and I can tell you that when a person comes to me looking for a vehicle and they're just having fun doing it, they're really enjoying themselves, I want to sell them a car just so then I can sell them another car, because then I have a really good customer. I'll be able to make sure that I always can sell them their car. We want as many really, really good, fun customers as humanly possible, and there's nothing wrong with that. Being fun to be around is kind of part of my job, and if you do it as well, perfect, that's awesome. Then we can just generally have a good experience. So that's all of my tips for today. If you got anything out of this video, please comment down below and just tell me, I'm gonna use this when I buy a car, or tell me if it was garbage and you didn't use any of it. That's totally fine too. I want to learn from that. So try to enjoy your day.